Yo, what's up guys, it's The Strange. Welcome back to another YouTube video. So a while back, I really wanted to practice painterly portraits, but I thought just doing like head studies would be kind of boring, so I decided to make it a challenge. Thus, welcome to turning energy drinks into cute girls. Okay, so first off, I started with Monster Energy. I feel like out of all the energy drinks, Monster Energy is probably the easiest one to make a design out of because it's memed so much that it already has like a certain personality associated with it. I really wanted to design like this kind of like self-indulgent, like alternative, kind of like e-girl maybe kind of vibes, just cause like the aesthetic kind of like itches my brain a little. As you can see here, I gave her kind of like this lightning bolt pin and raccoon stripes because I just thought it would look cool. Then for the painting, I first started off with like a simple value distillation, which is just like blocking in like the main shadows around like the hair because I wanted it to be dark, and shadows around the eyes and the lips as well. After that, I started adding in hues, kind of just like making the colors more complex. I think I started getting really messy around here, but my reference kind of saved me because the girl was in the reference photo was really like brightly lit, so there wasn't much contrast around her face, so I think that sort of saved my drawing a little bit. I also gave her piercings here because like I said, I was going for that like alternative, like edgy kind of vibe, adding in like the dyed hair and like the 3 stripes on top, kind of making like the M monster logo on the top of her head. When I started painting the colors, I actually forgot about that lightning bolt pin I put in earlier, but I guess that's fine. Anyways, after just adding in like the major colors, that bright monster green, I started really cleaning out my painting. I'm really emphasizing the eye bags because I kind of felt like all the people I know in real life who drink Monster, they're just like really tired. They drink Monster because they really need it. They need the energy. Or they're just like really unhinged and they'll drink like multiple energy drinks a day, which you shouldn't do because that's, I'm pretty sure that's bad for your health. But yeah, this girl, she looks like she doesn't care. She's like, yeah, I'm tired, and I'm gonna drink those energy drinks. And you think you're gonna stop me? Nope. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I think it turned out a bit messier than I would have liked, but maybe that just reflects the character's personality, you know? I think it was just like a very like self-indulgent kind of character design. It's just fun drawing pretty girls sometimes. It just really like, really itches the brain. Okay, so drink number 2 was Red Bull, and I will tell you guys now, this one was literally a nightmare to draw. So I started off with the idea of making it like fantasy, because I was like, yeah, I just really want to draw like a fantasy character right now, so I'm gonna make her like this like elf general, and she's gonna have like these horns because Red Bull, you know, like bull, and I'm gonna like give her like red hair, and like it'll be so like cool and fantasy and stuff. But to be honest, it just didn't fit Red Bull at all. And also I just had so many anatomy mistakes, but it was just the worst. So as you can see, I started by blocking out the shadows again and then just like dropping in like different hues. But I feel like I didn't stick to my value distillation. Like as you can see here, I'm like just like putting in this red that like doesn't fit the shadow I initially planned. It's like the value just doesn't match up at all. So it ended up being like really cooked. And I was just like painting. I was like, I'll just keep painting on top, we'll just fix it. But yeah, I like really wasn't digging the vibe. Cause I originally wanted her to be kind of like stoic. But Red Bull's kind of like crazy. Like Red Bull gives you wings. It's not really like military elf general kind of vibe, and I think that's where this design kind of started going off the rails. So as I kept painting, her expression just started like morphing, and it was like I was just like giving her plastic surgery with like every pass over. And she started looking like a little bit more like earnest, and I just still wasn't digging like the general concept. So I actually did this like off camera, but I just like scrapped the whole like elf outfit and just made her like a racer. She's like a now she's like screw the elf thing. She's gonna be like a Formula One racer. And I put in like the checkerboard pattern because it's giving like racing. And also, if you look at the Red Bull bottle, it's got like these like squares on it, and I think that suited it much better. So here's the final result for the Red Bull character design. I think maybe she doesn't have that energy, but I am definitely proud of that hairstyle. I think it definitely screams Bull, and I do think that turning her into a racer instead of like a fantasy elf general in the end was definitely the right choice, because it just was lining up. But yeah, on to the next drink. Okay, so for the final drink, I decided to choose Celsius, and this is because among my friend group, there's just a lot of people, like some of them really like it and some of them really hate it, and that just I just thought that was kind of interesting. And when I first saw the bottle, I felt like it's really clean. It's really like got that summery vibe. So I wanted to design someone who was like kind of cool, like cool looking. And I also wanted to make it like my painting process less catastrophic than the other two designs. So as you can see here, I'm like really carving those shapes. I'm like really blocking them out. And I even started using like the lasso tool to make sure that my shapes don't get like muddled or like the edges get like fuzzy, because I wanted to keep it really clean. And in hindsight, I think I could have been a little bit messier, but I definitely did learn a lot here about just like keeping things in the shadows. Because as you can see, I'm like adding the hues, you know, but they're not like straying too far from what I originally planned. Anyways, enough about the painting, time to talk about the design. So I feel like Celsius is more of like it's not as established as Monster Energy or Red Bull. So I wanted the design to feel kind of like a hip new competitor, like a new competitor has entered the race or something like that. Which is why I kind of gave her like the micro bangs and like streaks in the hair, just kind of so that it would feel like new and young and cool. I don't really know if I fully succeeded at that, but she definitely looks like she's aura farming with like the dark shadow on one side and like the glowing orange eye on the other side. In terms of her expression, it's kind of like I started thinking of like Celsius as like a god who's just like looking down on the people. I don't know, maybe it's just because like I myself don't drink energy drinks, so to me it's like they're kind of like crazy. They're like, whoa, it's like the elixir that makes you like awake when you're tired. But yeah, I just thought like this design ended up looking pretty cool in the end. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I don't really make long form content, but I'm going to be making more. I'm actually going to try to release a video about the making of my latest video game, Porcelain Heart. If you haven't played it yet, please check it out. I'll stick the link on the screen somewhere. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!